connection, and why. This right here is everything. Okay? You've got to have a power question or a question that you ask every appointment. It's the same question, you ask it without fail. Whether you ask it 2 minutes into the call or 5 minutes in, they're conversations, they're organic, right? But you have to ask it. The question that I ask, Mary, when you filled this out, is it just something that's, kind of been on your heart for a little while? Have you had any health scares, any death in the family? And then we shut up. Okay? That's going to cover the 3 reasons somebody would fill this out. Have this been on your heart for a while? AKA, have you just been procrastinating and you know you need to do it? Or have you had a health scare, right? You got in touch with your own mortality and realized you need to stop procrastinating on this. This is real. I could have died. Or similarly, you had somebody close to you die and you had to foot the bill or somebody else did and you saw the effect that had on the family and you realized, oh my God, I can't do that to other people. Those are really the 3 things, right? So that's the question I ask. Please copy it or come up with your own. But you want to ask a question that promotes truth, clarity, transparency in your guys' conversation. Something that's been on your heart, or have you had a health scare or death in the family? Okay. The way that you want to summarize this part of the appointment is asking a ton of questions, digging deeper, and being willing to get uncomfortable. Okay. So I asked that question. Is this something that's been on your heart? Have you had a health scare, death in the family? She goes, no, I don't want my daughter to be stuck paying for this. I don't want to do that to her or leave her with this bill. A lot of new agents go, okay, perfect. That makes sense. I understand why you filled it out. Here's what we're going to do today. And they move along to the next steps and start setting the table and trying to close them. The problem with that is you haven't connected with the client at all. You haven't found any leverage, right? You don't know what the real problem is. And you have no idea what's going on here with the client until you really start asking questions and being willing to get uncomfortable. So if she says, I don't want my daughter stuck with it, ask follow-up questions. Okay, got it. Now, is your daughter here in New Mexico with us or is she elsewhere? Why do I ask that? If she lives in New York, that's a lot different than living down the road. There's travel considerations, expense considerations, time off work, kids, right? What we're driving at is when you ask these questions, you reveal premium. You can allow and help the client see that they have so much more need than they think. They don't just need to get a $5,000 policy, they might need a $20,000 policy to cover all the other things that go into this, right? Mary, I mean, if you died yesterday, like, does your daughter have the 10,000 in savings that she could just pull out and pay this? Or, I mean, would she have to raise money, or would kind of everybody in the family pitch in? What does that look like, right? Ask these questions. Don't be afraid to do that. If you have a married couple, right? Hey, John, I mean, if you died yesterday, like, is Mary gonna stay in the house? Would she have somebody move in and help with the bills? Is she gonna try to sell it quickly and get equity out? What does that look like? You never want to tell a client what to do. You always want to ask enough questions that reveals to the client what they need to do. You're just helping them see the problem. You're not telling anybody what they need to do. There's much more power in getting somebody to see the problem on their own. Okay? So ask a ton of questions, dig deep with them, try to connect. You're not trying to be their friend, you're trying to connect with them. Okay? What's going to set us apart, if this is a 70-year-old woman who doesn't have insurance, you're not the first sales rep she's talked to. What's going to set us apart is our willingness to ask difficult questions and go deep with them and connect with them on a deeper level to hold them accountable.